Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
I need a change. You've been cold to me too many times. You're wasting money. You're a leaker. So I'm replacing you with a new Navien tankless water heater. No more cold shoulders, no more leaks. Just spa-like comfort and Navien peace of mind. And oh, I want you out today.
When you're ready for a change, ask your plumber about Navien or visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Hey, Vicky! I want one of them new KISW face masks. I got a new design.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. That's why I want it.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's kind of like got that camouflage look on it, so people won't even know you're wearing it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, they'll see the Rock logo, but then they won't see anything else.
That's right. So, Vicky, I asked you to get me one, and I'd like you to get me one, okay? Thanks, man. You're the greatest, Vicky. Thank you. Oh, wait, you want one, too? All right, look, just go to KISW.com. Whether you want the classic design or you want the brand new sort of camo design for your face mask, either way, you'll be rocking the Rock. You'll be helping the Washington State Nurses Association because portions of the proceeds go to that. I mean, come on. It's looking great. Plus, you might look like me.
Yeah. How about that?
No?
Over the nose down.
Yeah. All right, never mind. Maybe you should get it for other reasons. You want one of these new masks? Check it out. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to be Migs, but it's Wednesday, so maybe we could whack him instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right. Woo!
But you'll have to be a very smart Mr. Wacky in order to get that win.
That's right.
Yes. So let's see if our contestant can do so. We've got Timmy in Seattle. Timmy, are you there?
Good. I'm here. Good morning.
Timmy! All right, Timmy. And all right, Steve, get out of here. Stevie! Get out of here! Stevie! For those playing at home, Timmy will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Timmy, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
What media mogul billionaire made the first transatlantic hot air balloon crossing in 1987?
Pass.
The beer PBR stands for what?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yes. How many stomach compartments does a llama have?
4.
No.
3.
Yes. Who plays God in the comedy Bruce Almighty?
Morgan Freeman.
Yes. The company Hulu was founded in what year of the late 2000s?
2009.
No.
8.
No.
7.
Yes. Mike Schmidt was a third baseman who played 18 seasons for which MLB team?
Mariners.
No.
Phillies.
Yes. Good job. Which company created the Bing search engine?
Pass.
Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road references what children's movie?
Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Which nation fell under the communist rule of Mao Zedong in 1949?
It's the Dalai Lama. Tibet.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Hong Kong.
6 correct. No. Oh, sorry about that, buddy.
But he did get 6 correct, so
Hey.
that's pretty good.
I got a bone to pick with you, buddy.
Oh, God, why?
Wizard of Oz is for everybody.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Well, I mean, if you're on drugs and mixing it with Pink Floyd, then quite possibly yes.
All right, fair enough.
Other than that, I don't really think so. I don't think it's a great movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, apparently I just said some
wow.
Warren words here.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Wow.
BJ had a nitpick, and I retorted with something very controversial.
He has struck Hercules.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he struck Hercules with that line. That's it. I'm done with him.
Wow. It only took that?
Yeah.
15 years.
I'm
and just
very
that.
curious.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready?
Ah, yes.
What media mogul billionaire made the first transatlantic hot air balloon crossing in 1987?
Warren Buffett.
No.
Richard Branson.
Yes. The beer PBR stands for what?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yes. Yeah. How many stomach compartments does a llama have?
3.
Yes. Good job. Who played God in the comedy Bruce Almighty?
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Right.
The company Hulu was founded in what year of the late 2000s?
2009.
No.
2008.
No.
2007.
Yes.
Good job.
Mike Schmidt was a third baseman who played 18 seasons for which MLB team?
Oh, the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes. Which company created the Bing search engine?
Yahoo?
No.
Yahoo? Microsoft?
Yes.
Good job.
Elton
Nice.
John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road references what children's movie?
I never view it as a children's movie because we took mushrooms while watching it, but it's The Wizard of Oz. Wow.
Yes. Which nation fell under the communist rule of Mao Zedong in 1949?
He said dong.
I said Zedong.
Which country? Russia.
No.
China.
Yep, too late.
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you whack, Timmy. 8 to 6. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Timmy.
Whack it. Good job, Steve.
Thanks, man. Have a great day.
Yeah, Timmy tried.
Enjoy that.
He didn't know Microsoft, unfortunately. Didn't figure out Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one just flew out of my mouth. I didn't
Hey, I
even
see
know
what
it.
you did there.
I was trying to think of Elon Musk, and while I'm trying to kill time, even though I knew Elon Musk wasn't the right answer, Richard Branson just came out of
Came
nowhere.
up with the right one.
Right?
Good job.
That and the llama one, man, surprised me.
Well, yeah. You know,
The llama one.
that's the old Steve pulling it out of his backside. Odell Beckham style.
I pulled an Odell Beckham.
So both.
Or Odell Beckham's girlfriend, actually.
Oh, yeah, right. So both you and BJ both said that they take umbrage to me calling The Wizard of Oz a children's movie.
Well, I didn't. I don't view it as a children's movie, even though I know that it's popular with children.
Well, yeah, and I was doing fake umbrage, but then he threw something that gave me real umbrage.
Yeah, I was just like, The Wizard of Oz isn't that great of a movie.
You know, without the Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, I agree.
I just never got into it, never cared. I've watched it a lot. It just, ugh. Agreed.
You know, it's kind of like the Lord of the Rings. It just kind of just plods along.
You're not wrong, and it's all about
Okay.
walking, too.
Boy, do I
instead of a forest and just dealing with these weirdos.
Damn. Listen, I can understand that, with what you see today, it's hard to go back and look at that movie and go, okay, but it is an amazing, for 1939 and the first movie to throw color at people. It was and the special effects that they had then. I mean, this is 1939 you're talking.
I understand for an 80-year-old movie, it looks pretty good, but anything at 80 years old is going to have some
and the
wear
stories,
and tear and tarnish.
Except for Betty
cool.
White.
Yeah, that's true. I would still do Betty White.
And the story is actually pretty cool too, but I think it's one of these things where the older you get, the more appreciation you'll have for it. Though this was the only movie I had growing up in the 60s, but then at that time, it really was, it was only 20 years old.
Yeah.
For a kid like me, 20, 25, maybe 30 years old. So it wasn't the Star Wars and all the great stuff and all the Lord of the Rings. None of that had come along for me. So I could see, with everything else out there, sure, I can understand.
Yeah, there's never going to be a time. I mean, unless I have to watch it with my daughter. There's never going to be a time where I want to watch Wizard of Oz again. There's other movies that I would much rather watch. Now, the Michael Jackson version, yes, of course. I watched it every year.
There's a Michael Jackson version?
The Wiz.
Really?
Oh, you don't know about The Wiz either?
Oh, maybe
right.
I'll watch that one then.
And don't forget Wicked.
I'm kind of being sarcastic, but but some people love it.
Well, Wicked too, which they've done the whole
Yeah,
bunch
it's like
of
a
plays on
musical and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
but
I
still,
don't do
I
that.
mean, it is it's just a tremendous piece of filmmaking for its time. But as far as just for entertainment value, I see your point.
Somebody said you guys are on crack. I'm 39. Wizard of Oz is great. Another person, Danny cries for the Titanic. What does he know about good movies? LOL.
I cried for The Wizard of Oz, too, because that movie used to give me nightmares.
Oh, well, I can see that.
Which part?
All of it. Well, first off, the witch. Secondly,
the monkeys.
Well, the monkeys, and then
monkeys
also
are amazing.
even just like the lion. It's like a guy that looks like has like a lion face, and it like so scary.
They did.
It looks like he went to Spirit Halloween store and just showed up.
I'm still scared.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to take a look. I thought actually the makeup and everything was actually pretty good for the time. You know, there. You know, if you go back and look at it from an artistic eye, that's how I look at it. It's just an amazing.
It's not bad.
That makeup for 1939.
I feel like I might win a Halloween costume contest if I showed up in that outfit.
Probably.
I'd hope.
All right. Well, you know, you guys, no love for it, and really the sets and everything for the time.
I get it for the time.
Yeah,
but times have changed. I don't need to just like accept that.
Yeah. No, you don't. You're absolutely right.
It's
you
like,
don't.
Ooh, it goes from black and white to color.
They should remake it.
They could
in 2020
with like current graphics.
Yes.
Well, it'd be interesting to see.
Who do we have direct? Like Tim Burton?
Yes.
Whoa.
Tim Burton Wizard of Oz might
be dark. You saw Tim Burton's Willy Wonka.
The movie itself is already dark.
Yeah.
It's like monkeys trying to kill her and other crazy stuff.
We might as well step it up and have Guillermo del Toro do it.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay.
Get all kinds of creepy.
Or if you just want to do the remake machine, have J.J. Abrams do it, and everyone can complain.
As long as The Rock is the Cowardly Lion, I'm in.
That's all you need.
Dude.
Yeah.
Or is he Dorothy?
Well,
he's the wizard.
And Kevin Hart's Toto.
Kevin Hart.
Oh my God, I was going to say the Munchkins, but okay.
I'm sold.
Toto doesn't have a speaking role. That's
So
the
Kevin
problem.
doesn't need to talk.
Oh no, Kevin needs to talk. He's got to talk.
Toto has the most important part of the entire movie.
Well, he pisses off the witch.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say pulls back the curtain.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, he does that too. You're right. Yeah, I forgot Toto does pull back the curtain. Kevin Hart could be a good Dorothy. What if Kevin Hart's a Dorothy?
Dorothy? What is
Dorothy? Actually, what if they just remade it, but like a completely different situation? Like it doesn't even have to be like a young girl or whatever, but it's just like, you know, like they do with Shakespearean stuff. They put like that. It's just a whole different Wizard of Oz lore.
I wonder if they have done that and we just didn't realize it.
You're probably right.
Bathtub Time Machine really is the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it probably is.
So this is the craziest part of the Wizard of Oz is the little person hanging in the background. That's right. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What, somebody hung themselves?
You never heard about that story?
It was kind of disproven.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a Snopes thing.
Oh, okay. So it didn't happen.
But for the longest time, people believed it truly did happen. Like that a little person was like let go from the job or something like that. And then allegedly hung themselves, and you could see it in the back of one of the scenes of The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, and it turns out that's not what that is.
I guess not.
Okay.
If you watch
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, guys.
Basically.
It was really cool watching that as a kid and being like, where does it happen?
Yeah, that made me want to watch the movie.
There were some gaps, though, that showed up there. You could see a guy running off the set. His shadow is cast on a backdrop that's supposed to look like it's not a backdrop. You know, it's supposed to, that's the Emerald City. But then you see this guy's shadow on basically the cardboard and stuff like that. But, all right, well, there you go. I mean, I'm not going to argue it because there's a lot of great movies that have come since then. But, man, it was...
Ooh, the Muppets did a version. I'll watch that one.
So they already remade it with James Franco and Mila Kunis. And there was one directed by Quentin Tarantino called Dorothy's Revenge.
Oz the Great and Powerful. That's right.
It was him becoming Oz.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
It was not.
It was
good.
like a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says, if it's in the Emerald City today, just have it happen in Seattle.
They should.
Hey.
Why not? We're the Emerald City.
Oh, I see. Like if they do a remake.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I thought we were back with Franco. I did see the Franco version.
I didn't see the Franco one.
I did. I forgot about that.
7 years ago. You can easily forget that.
I saw that one. It was,
I want to see the Muppets one because Miss Piggy looks like a dominatrix.
Oh, that's hot.
All right.
She looks like Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease.
Right?
Grease 2.
Yes. Okay, let's...
The only Grease that matters.
Okay, I can't even talk to you people anymore about that. Wow. Mike Tyson was just on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I know.
And...
I haven't had the time to listen to it. I saw it's on my queue, and I'm
okay.
Sometimes it takes me a while to listen to a Joe Rogan podcast.
Dude, his podcasts are long.
It took me about a week to finish the David Blaine one.
Yeah, I mean it's an investment. Pretty much that's your life. If you're gonna follow Joe Rogan and listen to all his podcasts, that's gonna be your day.
I gotta say though, I listened to his interview with Miley Cyrus. I tried the one with he did one with Post Malone.
Okay,
that lasted like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this. This is just listening to two guys that are stoned trying to have a conversation. Like, you're two stoner buddies having, like, a worldly conversation about aliens and stuff. I'm like, I'm not high enough I'm not high at all.
Yeah, you got to be. You know what? You just got to go to that world,
right?
And be ready for that world.
But it was like kind of fun at first because they're talking about like just Post Malone performing in front of people, and then all of a sudden it went down like an alien road, and I'm like, I don't have this. But the one he did with Miley Cyrus is freaking awesome. Miley Cyrus is a cool person. Like you listen to this interview, and like she just comes off so down to earth. But like just someone that's just like, very aware of her celebrity status and confused by it, and just like, how her life is just completely bonkers because she grew up in a celebrity household and has basically never had a chance to be a quote unquote normal individual. Because
that makes sense. Yeah.
It's a really well done interview. It's just a fun chat between the two of them. And she's just an interesting person.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was like pleasantly surprised by how cool that interview was.
Yeah, I haven't heard the interview, but it makes me feel like what I've been thinking about Miley. As she's gone from Hannah Montana through all of the iterations of Miley, where she's just tried to find herself, and now you talk about how, you bring up a point that she's never known anything but the celebrity spotlight.
Right, and it makes a lot of sense of why like the battles that she's had in her younger years.
Well, Mike Tyson, you might want to listen to this because he just admitted that he's gotten turned on while training for a fight and thinking about the fact that he might hurt someone.
Periodic, it's not real, but sometimes I struggle with the fact of, wow, there's a possibility I can really hurt somebody.
What do you mean? But you struggle with the possibility that you could hurt them?
That is sometimes, it's orgasmic sometimes. Yeah. Hey, what does it mean when fighting gets you erect? What does that mean?
It's a good question. It means you're getting excited.
Yeah.
So that's going through your mind right now?
Well, that's how I get when I was a kid. And sometimes I get the twinkle.
Saying that it gets you orgasmic, that's a strange thing to say.
Well, that's just what I wanted to find out because you're really bright. And I thought you would figure it. No, I'm being very serious.
No, I know. I know you're being serious. But, no one will understand that other than you.
Okay. Joe he may be bright, but he's also stoned a lot because what Mike is asking is basically Mike says he gets a stiffy every time he thinks about hurting somebody.
This is why I don't want to step in the ring. There's many reasons why I don't want to step in the ring with Mike Tyson, but there's a man that is so ready to beat the crap out of you that it turns him on.
Yeah, he says he gets erect. He used that word, so there's not much to figure out as far as understanding him.
Dude, how about though Joe Rogan goes from laughing to serious, like from 0 to 100 real fast. Like he starts laughing at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's like, no, I'm asking you a serious question. And Joe goes, I know it's a very, he probably realized like he's about to trigger Mike Tyson into an anger mode and he got to figure out how to get out of that.
Yeah, you're like paying attention. Do you need a math book? Because if you do, then you're about to punch me. Yeah.
But I'm like, if I'm Joe, I'm also like, yeah, dude, what do you, like, I might be an intelligent human being, but you're trying to get me to explain to you why you get a stiffy while fighting? I can't answer that.
Yeah, he's not a psychologist.
I'm just a stoner that watches UFC fights. Dude. He gets paid to talk about them.
Wow. Has that ever, does that happen to dudes? You're doing something that's not sexual in your brain, but all of a sudden, you got that happening?
The league covered it back with the old fear stiffy.
Yeah. I remember.
I don't know if I've ever had a fear stiffy.
I've had accidental ones where nothing was turning me on, but it just happened.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Middle school.
That had to be way back in the day because I can't remember last time
ago. 5 minutes.
I'm kidding. Hello. Wow.
Kidding.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not.
Maybe, yeah. Now I don't even want to look.
Beat Migs.
I don't even want to check.
Yeah, whenever I play Beat Migs and I win.
Oh, that's what it is.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
But I saw one of my buddies recently posted something. And he's bodybuilds, but he also does like adult film stuff, and like he's got an interesting life.
Already.
Well, he posted something. He goes, "Yeah, nothing like the post-workout stiffy," and he put like emojis over the area, so you couldn't see what was going on. But like, I was just like, "Whoa, that's never happened."
Wow.
Like, I've had like a good, like, for lack of better terms, pump where you're like, oh, I feel good. I could take on the world.
Excuse me?
But like, I never thought I could take on like, a set of women.
That's pretty good. If you could lift a couple of weights, because people sometimes have a hard time getting things working. So if you have a way of going about it, that you can, whether you're imagining you're going to hurt somebody or you're going to have a big workout.
Someone says Arnold Schwarzenegger said something similar about working out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, I've never worked out that hard, as it were. I have the exact opposite happen to me. How lucky are some of these guys that they work out, they actually get...
I don't know. Do you want to be that excited at a gym? Bro, can you spot for me? I wouldn't want to be that person.
But I go to the gym and have it does the exact opposite to me. Mm-hmm. It doesn't give me the endorphin rush. Everything that everybody talks about going to a gym that, once you push through it, I am more miserable after a workout than before the workout. And I'm pretty miserable thinking about having to do a workout. And these guys are getting stiffies? Damn. All right.
Yeah, man, I'll spot for you. I don't even need to use my hands.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we don't need that.
No?
No, thanks for that.
So he says, yeah, that happens to killers. Yeah, Mike Tyson, man.
Well...
Yeah, I mean, there's an interesting point.
If you love what you do.
See, this is why humanity is just so how do we all get made this way is what I want to know. Damn.
Just lucky, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What about board gaming? You ever get so pumped about a board game that you're like, whoa.
I've seen you yell a lot and get really excited when you're playing, so.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm going to, I maybe if I was younger, nowadays, you got to put a little work into it. But, just random one that shows up?
I don't know if this is true or not, but someone says Chad Johnson said that he used to take Viagra before football games.
Well, a lot of people. Rafael Palmeiro was the spokesperson for Viagra, and we found out it does a lot more than just give you the downstairs action. It might actually give you an unfair advantage in sports.
We had one of the hockey coaches in high school would tell some of the players, hey, do what you got to do to kind of get in that state of mind, but don't, go all the way.
Oh.
And then, which would have made the locker rooms rather awkward, if you ask me.
Yeah, sure would.
Yeah.
I guess if the blood's pumping everywhere, it's going through your body. I guess that was the whole idea with Viagra. It makes sense.
Yeah, but that seems very odd.
Yeah, especially if you're doing it the natural way. If you're popping a Viagra, sure. But if you're doing it the natural way to get things going...
No, popping a Viagra seems even worse. Because don't they say some of the side effects is 4 hours of that?
I get maybe if you go out and you're like a Mr. Athlete, maybe you burn it off a little bit somehow. I don't know, because that's one of the big things.
The last 4 quarters.
That was one of the things that baseball players talked about. Before the PEDs, was Viagra was something that they used.
And Chad Johnson did tweet about it back in July, and I love somebody's comment. It says you would have run really weird, Ocho. Could you imagine trying to run with that?
Oh, well, you're not supposed to run with scissors, so.
Well, I imagine with the protective cup, maybe you just have to
Oh, no, dude, that would even be worse if you're busting out of the cup.
Well, what if he's just not that impressive?
Or you just get an extra large cup for those situations.
Okay.
I mean, they have trainers for everything.
I guess they do.
You ever go, we went to the VMAC, and they've got something for everyone there, as far as equipment.
Oh, okay, so they got the extra large cup.
I'd imagine they got the super duper cup.
Yeah? Okay.
For when you're really getting that beast mode action going.
Man. This is a very disturbing conversation.
Rattle my ding ding.
Oh, yeah.
Now Vicky's looking at pictures of Chad Johnson to see if she can tell.
Oh, now you're trying to see if he's impressive?
Does he wear a cup or not?
I can't tell.
Okay, well, that's good, I suppose. I mean, So
this is how you get a stiffy every time I listen to your show, but then BJ opens his mouth and it instantly goes away, LOL.
Welcome to my life.
That's right.
That's right.
Just call him Mr. Softy.
Okay. I think there's another guy that they actually call that on the radio, but maybe that's, who knows? Is that why? I don't know.
No, it's an ice cream place. Man.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay.
Soft ice cream.
How did a guy blow up his home while trying to kill a fly? Yeah, this happened. I'm going to tell you all about it at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on specials for cooler weather, like cute boots and booties starting at $27.99. And warm new coats for all, 50 to 60% off. And get cafe-style coffee at your fingertips with select Nespresso bundles for only $124.99, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
For the last 75 seasons, the NBA has been getting greater. It's been crossing over, crossing borders, bending minds, breaking barriers, and shattering expectations. Because if the league's taught us one thing, it's that we can't predict anything. So don't miss 1 minute of the 75th anniversary season, where greatness lives on in every game. Visit NBA.com/75 to learn more.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So there's this guy in his 80s. He was about to eat dinner at his home in France recently. and he got very annoyed by a fly buzzing around his kitchen. So he grabbed an electric fly swatter, which I guess is like a tennis racket style thing that zaps the flies.
I've seen those.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those things.
Oh, they're fun to hit your buddy in the head with.
Oh, not wrong. Okay.
It's like a little zapper.
Yeah. Oh, that's not cool.
Well, if you want to try to kill a fly.
Yeah, I guess. Here's what happened to this poor bastard. He didn't know that he had a nearby gas can in his home that had been leaking. And so when the bug zapper zapped, it blew up his house.
I did not know they could pull that off.
Whoa.
Yeah, these are electronic fly swatters. They're nothing crazy.
Yeah, but I guess, obviously anything that would, ignite the odor. So it had to be, wow.
I didn't think it would have that kind of power because a couple batteries, that's all that.
So it had to be that gas odor, though.
It must have been. It just sparked it.
Whatever, yeah, because that's what, if you smell gas, you're not supposed to have any sort of spark at all. Because
that's one way to kill a fly.
Yeah, he did that. The whole explosion and fire destroyed his kitchen, damaged his roof. He survived with only burns to his hands. And again, we don't know if the fly made it out alive. We don't have any info about that.
Terrible journalism, BJ.
It really,
Once
really
again.
is. Yeah, I know. So, because at least they'd like to know that he got the job done, but we don't. Ay.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
See, this is the sadness about being in your 80s and living by yourself. I really think that you shouldn't.
No?
I really don't, because...
maybe old people shouldn't have electronic fly swatters. Just the old school ones, like the ones that look like spatulas.
Or gas cans in the house, or whatever. You know what
that's fine if you don't have an electronic spatula. Or
electronic spatula. All right, are you hungry? Is that what the story is?
Yes, I want a burger.
All right, fine. Yeah, so this guy blew up his house while trying to kill a fly. Yeah, it's dumb. How about you? Could be home, could be work, anywhere else. What's the dumbest reason why you cause damage? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Work, home, anywhere else. What is the dumbest reason why you cause damage? You call us your texts after Temple of the Dog on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So this guy blew up his house while trying to kill a fly. Based on this, we want to know, whether it be at home, at work, or anywhere else, what is the dumbest reason why you cause damage? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Here's a text that just came in. I asked my husband to drain the washer and clean the filter while I was away for the weekend. He didn't get the filter seated properly in the machine, and when I did a load of laundry, it flooded the entire house. Over $10,000 in damages. Thank God for insurance.
Yeah, this is, again, why I'm so happy I don't know how to do anything and have professionals come in and do it.
Did you know that? Yeah, did you know that washing machines had filters? I didn't find out till last year. And it actually clogged our drain because the homeowner before us had no idea either, so they didn't put any filters on, and we were getting our our laundry water that went through the sink going up and through our kitchen sink.
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, the plumber was like, I haven't seen anything like that in the 17 years I have been working, and I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. I almost feel like we need to create something. I was thinking about this just when we first became home buyers. There needs to be like a book like the new to owning a home for dummies book, where it's like the stupid things like I had no idea how to change filters and just home filters.
You mean like in your furnace?
Filters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so at first I was like, I had no idea. And then I had an issue with the air conditioning where it was like there was this weird leak of water. And we got a guy come out and goes, well, when's the last time you changed the filters? I'm like, what filters? He goes, well, there's the problem. And he pulls it out and it's just black.
They don't tell you anything when you buy your house.
No. So we need to make a book.
Well, there is one.
What?
Home maintenance for dummies.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, you can get it on an ebook right now.
Yeah, stupidity really isn't like a factor in buying a house. They don't factor that in.
No. They expect that people will probably go seek stuff out via the library, the internets. That's probably, they're out there. They just go.
Got time for that.
That's the thing. There you go. That's the issue. See, you're all like me. Although you all laughed at me because I admit that I'm a moron, but at least I know I am. I think I'm actually the one that's in better shape than all of you.
Well, it's just like, maybe like a little checklist of things. Like when you first buy the house, they hand it to you. It's like a little piece of paper, and it just has all these.
Do you think you'd pay attention?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Typically, you learn by effing up.
I think that's the joy of owning a home, is you get to learn by effing up, and it really does. It really makes you an adult.
I would have liked to have saved like $200 on the repair.
How about $10,000 on a flooded house? How about that?
Hey, dude. That's a good point.
Oh, that's a big mistake. And yeah, thank goodness for insurance, because sometimes the insurance might go, no, you did this, okay? You're an idiot, and we're not going to pay you for being an idiot. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. What is the dumbest reason why you cause damage?
Someone said, not me personally, but I've had several friends put holes in walls while wrestling at venues, thinking the wall was strong enough to take a small hit. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of adrenaline going. I've seen that happen where someone was just like, something happened, he was like, oh, and he hit the wall and there was a hole in it, and you're like, dude, like, you gotta fix that.
Yeah, you do.
We did that in college, so that was the first thing I thought of when we stupid things that cause damage. When we were drunk, sometimes we come up with the dumbest games. So we all were putting money down. We're like, who could punch the wall? Punch the wall without putting any damage on it. Who could get to the wall the closest?
That can't go wrong.
Right. So you wanted to like touch it, but not do any damage. So but full swing. Like you had to come running in. So of course one of the guys puts the hole in the wall.
Of course.
And now we all start laughing uncontrollably. Now the game became who can punch a bigger hole in the wall.
There we go.
Yep. By the end of that year, like there was just no wall.
It's just a fascinating.
It was just the insides.
I don't understand why people won't want to rent to young people. I don't understand. It's not like they'll damage anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Young people just are. Yeah.
I would never be a homeowner renting a house to a college students.
Yeah.
Knowing what we did to the home. And we thought we were in the right. Well, if we pay rent, we can do what we want.
Yeah, hey, right. It's not our property, so of course we get damage.
Can you believe he's keeping the security deposit?
Yeah.
$1,000. Why?
Why?
Because of all of the holes.
But in our head, we're like, we're coming back next year to live here again.
Yeah, we have no problem with these holes.
Right. If we're only going to put more in.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking, I don't want these people coming back.
He's like, I'm keeping your security deposit, and I'm securing that you're not going to be here next year.
Someone says you got to get with the times. You need to make a new homeowners app.
Oh, there you go. Vicky. That could be Vicky, because Vicky's she's the DIYer.
Yep.
Of course, Vicky comes from a family that knows how to do stuff. That's the other thing, too. So I think out of anybody in the show, Vicky has the best chance to not mess stuff up.
But that would be probably like one of those apps. It's probably a Reddit thread, as we know, for all we know.
Everything's a Reddit thread.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, the most damage that happened wasn't even me. It was my roommate when I lived in Seattle. So I had a rule. I said I would do all the cleaning. He had to take care of taking the garbage out and killing the spiders, or at least getting rid of them. I don't care what you do with it. I just don't want it. The problem was he was equally afraid of the spiders, but he didn't want to clean. So this was the trade. So I took a picture right as I'm leaving home. I'm like, hey, there's a spider right in the front of the house. I need you to take care of it. And he sends me a video of him trying to stomp it out. And as he tries to stomp it out, he kicks a giant hole in the wall because he was terrified.
Did you get the spider?
Eventually.
Oh, all right.
Oh, he did finally get the spider. So that's good news reporting, because we didn't know about the fly when the guy blew up his house.
Right. So there was a giant hole and then a dead spider.
Well, mission accomplished.
The funny thing is, I was actually talking to Sarah that day. I'm like, our landlords are really awesome. They trust us with their house, and they're so awesome. And then I get a text like, yeah, I did this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, great.
Yeah, good job.
He's like, we'll fix it this weekend. I'm like, what is this wee stuff?
Yeah.
You're fixing it this weekend.
Well, that's a lot of toothpaste he's got to put in that hole.
Right?
Right. Or deodorant, clear white deodorant. That's how we used to patch holes in college.
Good call.
So it says sheetrock is repairable. Memories are forever. That's very true.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah. So, and security deposits, you know what? Again, those are, those are temporary. But they're memories.
So it says I worked at an oil change place in high school. Customer brought in an old truck with a three on a tree clutch. Very confusing for a teenager. I put it in drive instead of reverse and drove it through the roll-up door, destroying it and totaling the truck. I did not get fired though.
Wow, nice.
Because it was a learning experience, right?
Yes.
Nice.
What about Rev? I bet he's destroyed some stuff.
Yeah, and most of the time mine comes from like nerd rage.
What? No.
Yeah, I've destroyed keyboards and mice, but the biggest one was having a video game controller.
The mouse and
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, what the hell kind of serial killer do we have? He's breaking keyboards, and then he finds a mouse in the house and just wrecks it.
No, the actual, computer mice. No animals were harmed in the nerd raging of the Rev.
No animals were harmed. Wow. Well, still, listen, sometimes mice need to be killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, so it was the biggest one for me was getting a video game controller, a really nice one of those kind of arcade styles. I'm getting so mad at Street Fighter that I propped up the controller against the wall and stomped on it until it snapped in half.
Woo!
How'd you feel after that?
A lot better until I realized I had to buy a new video game controller.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
And I see your son's in the room.
Oh, this is great.
Joey D's nuts.
Was this damage done at Dad's house?
No.
Okay.
My buddy's house during a house party. But I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one who's broken a bunch of walls, because we decided during a house party to create an indoor slip and slide.
Nice.
Yeah, with some baby oil. But I kind of turned it into a drinking game and had people go 2 by 2, and the loser would have to take a shot. Well, when you're trying to race down the slip and slide, you're going as fast as possible. The whole stopping people at the bottom really didn't work, especially when we were drunk, because it got to the point where let's just slam into the wall and see what happens. My buddy fell ass first into the back of the wall, got stuck in the wall, tried to rip himself out of the wall, ripped half of the wall just completely down. And then my friend had to find a handyman hungover Sunday morning to fix it. Luckily he did. His parents got back. Turns out they painted it the wrong color. So there's just a glaring big blue spot in this white wall. Not the smartest guy. Apparently it was the only paint he had in his house. And he thought,
I feel like that's dumber than the hole that he put in the wall.
See, I think it would have been better if he had just waited. Just tell him, hey, guys, I got to let you know, I just fell down the stairs or something. Because you can't tell him he had an indoor slip and slide.
This is why, of course, I don't like to have parties at my own home anymore for that reason.
We just don't invite Joe's friends.
Yeah, and I'm happy that at least my son did this in somebody else's house and not mine.
But what if we'd included you in the slip and slide?
Oh, you would have been grounded forever. I would have had to ground everybody in the whole family because of you.
I don't think there's enough alcohol to put in BJ's system to get him to agree to doing a slip and slide. No matter, I've seen BJ drunk, and I don't think there's ever a time where BJ would be so drunk to think, I'm in for this.
So again, this is why you really should rent out to young college kids, man, because they come up with all the great fun at the houses. Jeez. We got a dude, he just spent thousands of dollars to put a Tyrannosaurus Rex in his front yard. You can hear from him at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision, because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on the wheel.